What's going on, everyone? This is Mike with Film Facet, and we have February 2023 new video release announcements. Woo! I got a collection of some new title announcements that are coming out on either Blu-ray or 4K, and we're just gonna go through it. So here we go. These are announcements that were announced in the first week of February. Of course, there will be more. And of course, these are not coming out in February. Although I have 3 titles that were announced just the other day and are available to order now. But we'll get into that here in a second. The first I want to talk about The Whale. The new Darren Aronofsky, Brendan Fraser film that's getting a lot of praise. It is coming out for May 24 on March 14th on Blu-ray. So we have that to look forward to. What I told you before about the 3 titles that are available now and just announced now are these 3. Biozombie, The Devonville Terror, and Goodbye 20th Century, all from Vinegar Syndrome. They are available for pre-order right now on their website. I don't have any other information about them because usually Vinegar doesn't really give you a whole lot of info on them. So there you go. All Quiet on the Western Front, a Netflix film, is coming out. Let me see here. Is coming out from API on 4K on March 28th. As everybody knows, Netflix doesn't normally release their stuff on physical media, and this is one of the rare occasions. Probably because it's been nominated for a lot of Oscars this year. Probably. RoboCop. Don't get too excited. It's not the movies. It's the horrible TV show. Well, I guess I wouldn't say horrible, but not the best. They also made us a number of TV movies, and I think those are a little better than this show. But if you're a RoboCop fan, you're probably into it. You probably love the cartoon that was on in the 80s too. Anyway, I do have to say it is in 4:3 aspect ratio. It is not widescreen, which makes sense because it was made for 4:3 televisions. Anyway, let's see. I do have notes, people. I do have notes. It is being released by Screenbound Entertainment, and there's no real release date. It just this year. Moving on to RoboCop, or from RoboCop. Rent-A-Cop, probably equally as bad as that TV show. Okay? Came out in 1987. Kino is releasing it on Blu-ray, and sometime in 2023. It's not the greatest movie in the world, but if you're a Liza Herbert fan, you may want to add it. Cujo is coming to 4K UHD disc. Not sure when, but it's being released by Kino, and I do know that this version is going to be a completely new Dolby Vision remaster. So you've got that to look forward to. I may actually have to pick this one up. Backtrack, also called as Catch Fire, is coming to Blu-ray from Kino. I believe, hang on, let's look here. Yes, it's coming out on April 25th. Kino has a number of movies that were announced this week that will be coming out on that same month and date. I'll get to those in a second. It will have 2 cuts of the film. It'll have a 116-minute director's cut and it'll have a 100-minute theatrical. Moving on. Hey, man! Up in Smoke, Cheech and Chong, their first movie. It's pretty funny, if you like that sort of thing. Anyway, it's coming on 4K UHD disc from Paramount. Don't have a release date, just sometime this year. The Big Bus from 1976 is coming out on Blu-ray from Kino. That also is April 25th. Heat, another Burt Reynolds and another Kino release, coming out on Blu-ray on, you guessed it, April 25th. Ah, yes. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the exclusive from Umbrella Entertainment in Stinkovision. That's right, you get a scratch and sniff card. The release will have the scratch and sniff version plus just the regular standard version without all the icon pop-ups. And that, hang on. It just says it's coming out in April. We don't know what day. So, here comes Kino one more time. Terminal Invasion. I'm pretty sure this was a direct-to-VHS release. Directed by the guy who directed the original Friday the 13th, Sean S. Cunningham. The guy who can't stop suing the writer of Friday the 13th to get rights. That's why you haven't seen a Friday the 13th movie in like 13 or 14 years. Anyway, it's coming out also on 4/25. Again, from Kino, and it's a Blu-ray. Okay, that's all of those standard releases. Next, I want to talk about a box set that's coming out in September that's going to be amazing. Oh, almost forgot. Got to put that in my notes. There's going to be a Savvy exclusive steelbook of Knock at the Cabin. Whenever the film releases on physical media is when it's coming out. Can't remember when that is, but I'm sure it's soon. Okay, now to the box set. This is a great box set. It's also about $300. But what you get is 30 films from Warner Brothers catalog that are all in 4K UHD. And we're going to go through it. So, if you look here, you got 3, well, actually it looks like about 4. You got, I think one of these booklets is like special features only. So basically you have 3 of these booklets, each covering an era. And we're going to go through it. So the first booklet of movies is called Classic Hollywood 1930s to 1960s. And here are the films listed are going to be available in that book. 2001: A Space Odyssey, Casablanca, Citizen Kane, Cool Hand Luke, East of Eden, The Maltese Falcon, Rebel Without a Cause, Rio Bravo, Singing in the Rain, and The Wizard of Oz. Wow. The next book is called New Hollywood, 1970s to 1980s. And in that book you get A Clockwork Orange, Batman 89, Beetlejuice, Blade Runner, Enter the Dragon, The Exorcist, The Goonies, Superman the Movie, The Shining, and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Okay. That's those 2 books. Excuse me. The last book is called Modern Blockbusters, 1990s to Today. So in that you have the latest version of A Star is Born, which came out in 2018. Argo, the Elvis film that just came out last Christmas, Goodfellas, Mad Max, Fury Road, The Matrix, Shawshank Redemption, Training Day, It Chapter 1, and Unforgiven. That's a lot of stuff. But wait, there's more. Besides the booklets that you get that kind of detail all these films, you also get something very cool. And there's a picture of the booklets. You get these really cool pens. And the one I really like is this one, because this is from the 70s. And I love Warner Brothers in the 70s. Okay? In the 60s, you had this one. And then so on. They've all evolved. So, that's everything for right now. You're all caught up. There's some titles I didn't announce. They're titles that, quite honestly, don't do much for me, so I didn't bother announcing them. Anyway, a great resource, if you don't know, if you're on Facebook, is Dawn of the Discs. That's where I get most of my information from. There's other couple sources I use, but Dawn of the Discs is on top of it all the time. They're great. Love them. So this is the February video titles announcement video. This is the end. And until I probably do another one at the end of the month for the rest of February. So until then, later.